There we go. What's up, everybody? We in here? Oh, Elijah Al-Mek Bay. What up? You the first one I see. What's cracking, man? Happy Saturn's Day to you, bro. And everybody else who comes in. Make sure, see, I gotta say this when I come in. Make sure you take your damn shoes off before you enter my crib. Y'all already know. Don't make me have to do this 8 times during the damn live stream. Take your shoes off when you enter the crib. That means hit the like button. Appreciate you. Act like we melanated people got some class. What up, Almighty Say Cool? Yasmin Bell. What up? Lee. What's cracking? Mrs. B. Guy Bryson, Bar Heavy J, Marcus Porter, Immortal 9, DJ Sherm, Antonio Santos, Mel, View Star TM, Mrs. Cherry, damn, y'all coming in fast. Melanie C, Kevin Corbin, Theo Washington, what up? Chinzira Anubis, what up? Corey just passed the Know Your Rights Foundation certification, baby. Telling you, man, y'all can do it. You let them know, man, they can do it. What up? What did I say? Damn, my eyes just went crazy. Hold up. What's that? Beat Boat, Summer Breeze, Neon Black, Goddess Crystal, King Malcolm, Main A, Mike Swagger, Brother L. Wise, Ray Brown. What's that? Chalk Chick. There we go. Roger G. Potters of Color Podcast. That's what's up. Check them out. Jody B. Adwo L. Bay. Tamani Astrid. Was that Sin? I guess it's just SN at the end. What up? Sip. Was that Sip? Man, y'all got some names, man. Sip away. I hope that's it. What up? Miza Mix. Maria Carbajal. Wayne Wallace. Cron White, Dwayne Hicks, something like Raw L. Bay. What's cracking? Antonio Bryant, Sam Stone, Regina Harris. What's up, man? Y'all in here. What's cracking, everybody? I'm a little early today. Y'all didn't expect me. I'm a little about, 10, 15 minutes early. Conceptual Elixirs. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. You just got some new bottles, and I'll be sending. Okay, for sure. Make sure if you don't know the address, hit me up again, and I'll give you the address because there was nothing there from you. So maybe it was stolen. That could have been it too, but the post office box didn't steal it. I mean, it may have been stolen during during this transition. But appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. All right, anybody who ordered the deal. If y'all had the deal with the 4 decks of flashcards, that's over. That is gone. Sorry. I don't have the they ran out most of the cards. I actually still have a few of the 2s in a box before I open up the new batch. So I will be giving you a deal on the 2s today. So, but the 4 cards, that deal is out. Appreciate you. Potters of Color Podcast. Thank you, brother. Make sure y'all check out Potters of Color Podcast. Make sure you check them out. So, yeah, all the 4 cards are gone. So, but if you do order today, like I said, I still have some of the 2s left. So I'll be putting in, I'll give you the if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy, I'll give you deck 1 and 2. Usually you get only 1 deck. But because I want to get the rest of the deck 2s out, I'll give you a 1 and 2. Also, we're going to be talking about this today because they're trying to bring the Cupcake mandates back. So just so y'all know, so it's going to be real sick out here. So for this week, I will be giving you guys a deal on the Cupcake mandates. This is the religious exemption and the liability notice. So I will give you both of these if you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, and you get flashcards 1 and 2. So that deal is this week only, and that's because we're going to be talking about the mandates, the Cupcake mandates they're trying to bring back. If y'all not aware, it's about to go down. So make sure you're armed with what you need to be armed with, get that knowledge. And so they're not going to let go. I told you they weren't going to let go of this shit. And everybody who want to sign up for the Patreon, if you want to learn, try to get your status and learn the law, status law, basically regaining your Aboriginal status, learning how to contract with 1 foot in the system and 1 foot out of the system. You can go to patreon.com/realnagas and sign up to one of the upper levels, the status class levels. At the highest levels, once you're able to explain the paperwork, I give it to you for free. So the paperwork that you're able to free yourself with, I give it to you when you're able to explain it. Because again, I need a law army more than I need your money. So make sure you get over there and sign up. Also, people, for the Cash App. Thanks for everybody who hit me on the Cash App this week. I just been getting Cash Apps in just all random hours of the day. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who hit me up on the Cash App. And for everybody else who want to leave me a Cash App, it's Cash App. It's Real Nagas 9. The number is 9. So I appreciate everybody who are hitting me up on the Cash App. Appreciate the love, everybody. And We Juice. I don't have any We Juice here because Timmy Tight Top done forgot to drop off the damn juice this week. Goddamn boy. Missing my surprisingly sweet. But make sure you get over there to wejuice.com. That's OUI juice.com. And let them know you came from Real Nagas, and he'll hook you up with 5 off juice. That's the code is 5 off juice, and he'll hook you up with the deal. He has the cleansers, the weight loss program, just if you want to be healthy on an everyday healthy type of thing. So get over there. He got all of them. Now I want my damn free juice. God dang it, Timmy Tight Top. You see I'm hooking your ass up with my juice at, Nick. Just kidding. But I need my juice, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody who supports everybody who I promote in here too. All right, everybody. We about to get into it. It was slow. The news week was like, yeah, it didn't went like that. So we'll see what we have to tackle today. Real quick, also, if you want any of the individual products that we have, make sure you get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. That's knowyourrightsfoundation.org as well. We will be opening up the classes in November. So I'll be promoting the Know Your Rights Foundation classes. If you want to volunteer, I'll be promoting them through October. So every live stream in October, make sure you listen up, because because the enrollment starts November, and we're only doing it for 1 month. We're only doing enrollment for 1 month. So make sure you listen, get in for that month, because if not, we're going to shut it down after that month, and then make sure we get those people taught up in the law, and then we'll reopen it again, in a couple of months after that. So Preston Davis, thank you, bro. Appreciate you. So knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Make sure if you want to support or get any of the products individually. Appreciate that. All right, everybody. So let's get into it real quick, because I'm hungry. Let's hurry up. So Trump, I know you seen your boy Trump. They done trucked that nigga down to jail, down to Atlanta. This is crazy. Just so we're clear, this is stuff that has never happened in America. This is and the fact that they're doing this 4 indictments, and then they take this fool and lock this nigga up. Well, they ain't lock him up, but they did the booking and did the the booking picture. Was it the snapshot they got of him? Man, the mug shot. Man, this is crazy. Do you see? They got him and all of those lawyers. It was like, what, 13, 14 lawyers? Or 18, excuse me, like 18 of his lawyers that they took in with him. Now, none of them people have done anything. They're all lawyers. Why would they do anything illegal? They know better than that. This is absolutely retarded. They know better than that. They would not be doing anything illegal, especially as lawyers. They're not going to get disbarred. But they got 18 lawyers in there. Why did they do that? They are trying to drain this fool's resources. So something got to be up. When you say they going after somebody like this hard, you got to be like, what the hell? That's because this fool will come and stop this whole one world order bullcrap. He is on the nationalist side of the game. America first. It's all about America. And when he was doing that, Make America Great Again, a lot of people was talking about it was a racist chant, Make America Great Again. Well, because America was great when white people ran it. That's what most people were thinking. But more so because if you really know, Trump ain't really he ain't no racist. He may believe he may be for his race over anybody else's, just like you for yours over anybody else's, but he ain't racist. But when he had the MAGA thing, MAGA was Make America Great Again, was because they're trying to push this globalist agenda. And so when they push a globalist agenda, anytime they push a globalist agenda on a nation, it weakens the nation, because you have to give up your sovereignty to now the global good, for the global good, right? Because it's not just you anymore. You're a global citizen. This is their, being a part of the UN, you're a part of the global family. It's called the family of nations. That's what they call it. That's a little, and that's, excuse me, and the family of nations actually has laws. Go look up the law of, there's something called the law of nations for the family of nations, right? So they trying to bring you into this family, so they want you to let go of your home base. But that's where all of your power is in your sovereignty in your country. Because when foreign people try to come in and they say, oh, we're the global family, well, you don't have the same traditions and ideals and morals and everything as we do over here. Because, just to give you an example, most people in their countries don't have freedom of speech. They may say they do, but there's no law that requires the government to give them freedom of speech. So when those foreign powers are trying to bring us into the global family, they trying to quash that shit because they don't have it. So why the fuck do they want us to have it? So that's what a lot of that Make America Great Again was, because they're trying to move America into this one world global shit, and that destroys the nationalism of America, when you can't be a superpower if you don't value your nation. That's what the whole patriotism and shit was about. So they took that nigga in jail, and they know he gonna put America back on that shit again, which ruins the whole this. That ruins this. This is the nigga who's doing all of this. You see right there. The dude who's behind all of this is this dude right there. Preston Davis, thank you, brother. He says, so the Secret Service let regular police come in and arrest him? No, he turned himself in. So the Secret Service, most people don't know, Secret Service has more power than anything. They're the top police because they guard the president. So they can turn anything into a federal situation and shut everything down. They could have shut, so if they put him in jail, the Secret Service, they could have shut the whole jail down and moved everybody out lawfully. They could have claimed it as a federal area because the former president was in the jail, and could have shut it all down and kicked everybody out of the jail. They know that. They don't want him to do that, but they just wanted the mugshot. They wanted the mugshot so they could put the shit on T-shirts for the Democrats and campaign against that shit. He wanted the mugshot too, because he wanted to put it on his shirt and campaign. So both of them niggas wanted the mugshot. That's why he came in with the stern. They come in with the with the stern look. Roger Rose, appreciate you. He says DeSantis and Trump for Constitution taught in schools. Yeah, they should be. We should all be for that. They don't want that because that makes you understand how valuable America is, but then makes you work to save America. Work to make work to make America stronger, which is what the new zillennials, these new kids, they not doing because they don't value America. But that nigga went in there and he understood what this shit was for. He's like, I'm about to get this goddamn mugshot, nigga. As soon as this nigga had it on the shirt, with gun. Did you see the shirt he had made up? Like immediately the next day. I think they had it that night. They probably designed the whole thing. He practiced that look in the mirror. He practiced that shit. And so he had it on the shirt, and they got all guns pointed at him. And on the guns, there's written words. And so there's like 4 guns that's written. Indictment is written on it. Then he got George Soros. And then the nigga got, he got the Democrats. And then he got all kind of shit on it. All these niggas is gunning for him. So I guess that's the premise. All these people are gunning for him. This fool is a marketing genius. He put that right on the goddamn shirt and put that right on the internet. That nigga is a marketing genius. Now, I don't know why people when you go in and you take mug shots, why you take them like that. Don't give them the satisfaction of letting them know they got to you, that you stressed out, that you, fuck that. A couple of people didn't. A couple of them went in there, they smiled. Like the lady, there was a sister on his team and this Caucasian dude, they both smiled. I'd have went in there like this. I'd have been doing all kind of crazy shit in my damn mugshot. Y'all ain't gonna get me, nigga. I'm gonna do all kind of crazy shit. Brandon Terry, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. And Lee, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Why giving them the satisfaction? Why do that? That makes no goddamn sense. So, but Trump, he went in there and he made his pose. He knew what he was doing right off the bat. So, it's funny. He got released on bail, right? Everybody was released on bail except the brother. There was one brother in his team. Yo, Transcendental, appreciate you, brother. He says the mugshot immortalized him. Yep, works in his favor. That nigga's a marketing genius. That nigga's a marketing genius. But there was one brother who didn't get bail. It was a brother. So there's two melanated people in his camp. One sister who smiled in the mugshot, and then there's another brother who was he was an ex-Marine, but he was the president of Blacks for Trump. And so they said that this nigga couldn't get bail. They got him all locked up in jail, acting like he really tried to, he was involved in a coup to overturn the government. They really acting like this. And this dude's life is going to be messed up behind these bullshit ass charges. Because he said he can't afford bail. I think the bail is at like $100,000 or something like that. He can't afford bail. But then they say he don't qualify for a public defender. So he just stuck in jail with no goddamn representation. This is fucked up, man. This brother who didn't do anything, but just tried to expose the corruption of the damn election. And they said, basically what they said was, he's a flight risk. And wait a minute, they said he's a flight risk and he's not qualified for a public defender. So then they said he tried to pressure an election worker to falsely admit to voting fraud. This is what they tried to say, because they basically went to him and said, look, there's got to be, that there's, can't say it because now YouTube's new guidelines be back on it. So, the voter thing. He went to him and just said, this is bullshit. They cheated, basically. And then they tried to say that because he did that, he went and intimidated the voter, the election worker. He intimidated the election worker into coming up with pressuring him into lying about votes. Like, what? That makes no damn sense. How would he get away with that? He know he's not gonna get away with that. That's just dumb. Yo, Reed James, thank you. Appreciate you. He knows he wouldn't be able to get away with that. Like all these lawyers, they know they wouldn't be able to get away with doing some illegal shit. They're all lawyers. So this is why this is just dumb shit. And it's all for show, because they know they can't ever convict Trump. I'm about to tell you why. So the funny thing is, this is all backfiring on them, because if you go back and look at 2016 and 2020, look at those two elections. The first election, niggas hated Trump. The 2020 election, he kind of had a little more niggas on the side because he did a whole lot for melanated people. If y'all don't know, Trump did more for melanated people than any president that's been in office. That's just a fact. But that shit was kept under the damn wire because the media and them didn't want you to know Trump was doing good for niggas. But that's a fact. So niggas, a little more people voted for him in 2020. Right now, did y'all see all them people out in front of the jail? Niggas for Trump? That was hilarious. This fool had a niggas for Trump shirt on. He had me dying. This nigga was tripping. Now, a lot of this shit is, you know, you can be you cooning and shit. Like, goddamn, you know, you ain't got to be kissing the nigga ass that goddamn much. Goddamn, nigga, that's just too much. We get it, nigga, damn. But that shit was hilarious. The nigga for Trump shirt was hilarious. So it's gonna, you got more now. They said a lot of rappers was like, after he took the mug shot, they was tweeting, "I feel you, my nigga." Like some rapper tweeted, "I feel you, my nigga." Like they nigga now Trump really he part of the clan now. he come to the cookout. Yo, Daryl Williams, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Trump, they done made Trump official with the goddamn with the mugshot. Like, oh nigga, Trump, you got a record now, nigga. So his stock with melanated people just just boosted through the roof because now he done, you know, he thugged out official. But truly though, this is the beginning though. I just want y'all to know this is the beginning of America as we know it right now. This is America's never going to be the same as we kind of knew before 2020. Elections and all this type of stuff. When you start seeing this type of stuff happen, this was never even a consideration before that you would use a president would use the administration to go after a political opponent. That was never even a forethought. You wouldn't do it. If you did it, you would be shunned the shit out of hell. They would. I mean, that was a hell no. But now, since they don't really give a shit about America anymore, about keeping America strong, and it's the way it was, because they're trying to move it into this one world government. They don't give a shit about the values and all the shit that America was on before. They don't give a fuck. They want to destroy all of that shit. Everything, all the pillars and the foundation that made America what it is, while we the dopest country, they're trying to rip all of that shit. Our culture, excuse me, our laws, nigga, all of this shit. Relationships, everything that we trying to do, everything that made us dope, they trying to rip that shit in half. So who knows where this shit is going? There may not even be an election that's coming up, because if they really try to railroad Trump, you're going to see a type of civil war. That's what they're talking about. If you watch the other side, you gotta watch both sides. If y'all in this shit and you want to really be balanced, y'all should be watching some of them MAGA cats and them conservative channels to see what they talking about. Their main thing is a civil war. They keep bringing that shit up, civil war. So what happens if they really do try to put Trump in jail? But they can't really do that. I'm gonna tell you why, but that don't mean they can't do it unlawfully. They're not supposed to do it. Yo, I told people, man, I said when you came in here, wipe your goddamn feet. And it's 520 some people in here, and it's so basically almost 300 people, 200 and some people in here with with your shoes on. Just said it at the beginning too. I did that as an experiment to see how many people would who would do it from the beginning. Y'all all failed. God damn it. You, nigga, you. I'm talking to your ass who didn't hit the like button. Yep, you. So this ain't they may have a civil war. They're talking about civil war because there's no way you're going to be able to reconcile these two sides. They're too far at an extreme at this point. The only way you're going to be able to do that is if something like a massive, existential crisis happens, like aliens. Like aliens comes in and they unite the world, not only Democrats and Republicans, but they unite the whole world. When you see E.T., you go, oh shit, nigga. Hey, nigga, fuck you. Fuck me, yeah. Fuck me, fuck you. But nigga, fuck him first, and then I'll be back to fucking you later, nigga. Well, pause. But nigga, I'll be back to whooping your ass later, nigga. But let's get his nigga first. So that's what they gonna be on. That's what they want the world to be on. All right, yeah, nigga, fuck me, fuck you. But nigga, let's fuck that nigga first, and then we get back to whooping each other's ass later. So America is not going to be the same because they've polarized it too deeply. Now, what does that mean? The government is going to change somehow. How? We don't know. It's up in the air right now. Honestly. A lot of people think this shit is all planned out and they're going to move it where they want to. That usually would happen. But in 2020, it changed the game and the playing field for everybody. For everything. Nothing works the same in this new conjunction air age. Nothing works the same. The plans and plots and plans that they would put down when we were in an earth age, because that's the way you do. You plant seeds and make it grow and all that type in the earth age. No, they can't do that type of shit now. When they do some shit, information is, it's air. It has no beginning, no end. It has no front, no back, no side. So when they put something out there, when they do some shit, the information is out there, all of it at once. And if you're on the vibration, you reaching out there and you're snatching that information and bringing it back. Like, oh, these niggas is on some fuck shit, nigga. Hey, oh, what the fuck? Hey, y'all see this shit? So, be on some, they clone Tyrone shit. They on some fuck shit, nigga. So, they can't do what they used to do, which is why you guys should be optimistic. You guys don't look at the plans like, oh shit, everything they do is they always get what they want. No, nigga, that's in the past. You in a new time now. Everything they do, you know about it in 2 weeks. They can't hide anything. Which means information, first of all, understand information is power. So the more information we get, which is why they're trying to shut it down around the world with misinformation bureaus and all that type of stuff. So what are we gonna do when it changes? Do you know how a government works? Any of y'all niggas? No, because they took civics out of school on purpose. So, which is why Vivek Ramaswamy and DeSantis and all them niggas is like, yo, y'all need to put that shit back in schools. Vivek Ramaswamy is like, look, before you vote, you need to be able to pass a basic constitutional test, which is real. Why the hell would I put you behind the wheel of a car if you don't know what an ignition is? If you don't know what a gas pedal is? But I'm gonna give you the keys to the car? Fuck that, nigga. Nobody would do that. Nobody in their right mind would give keys to a car to a motherfucker who don't even know what a car is. Just because they pitched in on the car. Because that's the equivalent. America's the car, and people whose supposed taxes go to help build up America, then they say, okay, well, since you help pay for America through your taxes and you're a citizen, then you should obviously get a say in how it's run. But you wouldn't do that with a car. Just because some nigga pitched in on it, you wouldn't be like, hey, nigga, you want to get in and drive this bitch? Hey, I know you don't know. You ain't never seen no car before. This is called a car. This is called keys. That's an ignition. This is a gear shift. You wouldn't be doing that shit to somebody. Yo, Roger Rose, appreciate you. He said they've been saying some states want out of the union. Yep. And if they keep on pushing this, I'm telling you, you're going to see America flip. But you're supposed to know how a government works. At least the basics of how it works. The 3 branches of government. Most niggas don't know that shit. God damn. Just the 3 basic branches of government. Most people don't even know that shit. So, what are we going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to be able to take control if this shit flips? Are you going to be able to do anything? Or are you going to sit back and watch all the goddamn Caucasian people who've been learning about law and government their whole time reflip this and reshape this into some new shit that they want, but still you going to be the goddamn slave in? This is an integral time. Right now, American government as you know it right now is about to fall and be reshaped into some new shit. We can reshape it into some shit that's advantageous for us. If you knew what to do. God damn it. Because it's not going to be the same. Because I don't think they can allow Trump to get into office. He going to fuck up everything. They trying to implement 15-minute cities and crack scenes and no cars and no gas stoves and nigga, they got a whole goddamn plan. Go get this goddamn book. No gas stoves and shit. What the hell are they talking about? So Trump would get in there, he'd stop all of that shit. They cannot let that shit happen. They are acting like this nigga is Ted Bundy, Charles Manson, Sirhan, and they acting like Richard, what's his name, the Dahmer nigga. They acting like he all of them rolled in one. They locking this nigga up. And every charge they put against him is some bullshit. But Trump, they can't do Trump like that because Trump has something called presidential immunity. So anything he does as he's a president, while he's a president, he gets the immunity. He gets immunity for that. That's in a case called, I think that case came around with Nixon. I think it's called Nixon versus Murdoch. One of the two. I think it's Nixon versus Murdoch. Don't quote me on that, but it is Nixon. Nixon is part of the party. I forgot the other part of the party. I think it's Nixon versus Murdoch. But so that that case established presidential immunity. So even if you do something illegal as a president, you can't be you can't be charged for it. You get immunity. That's just the fucking long and short of it, which is why Trump's team is trying to move the case into a federal jurisdiction because Trump's the president. So, which means he has anything as you do as a president, you're charging him under crimes that he did as a president. That has to be done in federal court. So if it moves to federal court, then boom, he gets the federal immunity. They know that. They know they ain't gonna win. They know all of this. They know they not gonna win. So why are they doing this? Because they know this nigga is 74 years old, 75 years old. They know if they do this for a whole year, keep dragging this nigga in and out of court, across the country, in and out, boom, boom, then he has to keep using all of the damn donations he have, which he would use to campaign. He has to use that to pay off this goddamn lawyer, so he don't have no money and resources left. They locked up this nigga's whole lawyer team, not only so he doesn't have anybody that he can go at when he needs help, but that was a warning sign to anybody else who want to help that nigga. You want to fuck with this nigga? Oh, we throw your bitch ass in jail too, nigga. Say something. Go ahead, call him up. Yeah, nigga, I'll dial the number for you, nigga. I'll push all 6 numbers. You can push the last number. Go ahead, nigga. I'll dare you. I dare you to push the last number, nigga. I dare you. Nobody is calling Trump because they like, nigga, they just threw 18 lawyers in jail, nigga. Fuck that. Trump, love you, my nigga, but so that's why they're doing this. They know there's no possible way they can win. And even if they did win, Trump couldn't go to jail. He would have to be on house arrest. That would be his jail because he'd have to have Secret Service there with guns. Like I said, Secret Service has the right to shut everything down. So they wouldn't shut down a whole prison. They would just put this nigga in house arrest. So just dumb shit. They know that. But again, this is all theater to make you think that this nigga's crazy and also, to waste his resources and all that type of shit. And then this is happening right as the interview came out. We told you about how every time some shit about Biden comes out, Trump get hit with some stuff. It just kind of line up like that, right? Trump or, Daddy Biden or Baby Biden. So it just came out in the interview that the former prosecutor, the fired Ukrainian prosecutor, this nigga came out and said, yep, Biden and Baby Biden was taking bribes. He came out and was like, yep, they sure was. Biden and Baby Biden was out here taking bribes. As Biden was the vice president and Baby Biden was over here, didn't know shit about no energy, but he the head of an energy company. What the fuck? Hey, nigga, you don't know shit about energy, nigga. Other than how to plug up your goddamn iPod. That's the only shit you know about energy. Biden, Baby Biden, how to plug up your crack pipe. Nigga got an electric crack pipe. Hey, nigga, my shit ready? Is my shit warmed up, nigga? Hey, no, okay, give it a couple minutes. That's the only shit you know about electricity is your electric crack pipe, and they put him on as the head of the chief of an electric company. The fuck? So that dude, the prosecutor, who knew that was gonna prosecute all of that, That's when Biden was on TV and said, yeah, I got the prosecutor removed because I told him we're not gonna give you the money because Ukraine America was about to give Ukraine some money. He goes over there and tells them, we're not giving you no money unless you move the prosecutor. Get that bitch ass nigga off my son's case. Get him off my son's ass right now, or you don't get no money. And then they told him, like, you can't do that. You're not in charge of that. We'll call Obama. That nigga said, call him. Biden was that gangster. He said, call him, nigga. That bitch ass nigga Obama do what the fuck I say. That coon ass, that bum ass nigga. I'm the real president. That's what he was thinking. But he was like, call him. And so that meant Biden, or I mean not Biden, but Obama was in the pocket or the initiator of it all in the first place. And got a piece. So either it was Biden and he was running everything, or him and Obama was in on it together. But got that nigga on tape, and then he said, well, they wanted that money, so they fired the prosecutor. And so then the prosecutor just came out this week and said, yeah, they fired me because Biden and them was taking bribes. And now all you see though this week is Trump's fucking mugshot everywhere. Yo, Garrett, thank you from DC. What up? Shout out to DC, baby. District of Columbia. That's really all Native American land over there, though. God damn it, that's really Aboriginal land that they done stole from the Aboriginal. But shout out to DC. So this is the fuckery we in right now. So like I said, America is going to change. It's not going to be the same America. It can't be. There's too much shit going on. It has to change in some type of way. And it is because the world is so connected and global. Eventually, the governments would have to change. So how is it going to change? And are you going to be a part of the change so that it changes in favor for you, in your advantage, in your favor? Because niggas got a damn problem of sitting back watching Caucasian people do shit all the time, like you sitting in the movie theater eating popcorn. What do you white motherfuckers doing? Oh, a word? Oh, shit, nigga, that shit, nigga, there. Damn, nigga, let me sit down and get my popcorn. These white motherfuckers crazy, nigga. Oh, shit, look what that nigga did. God damn, nigga, you a crazy wild white boy over there, nigga. God damn. The fuck? That bullshit. You in it, but not of it. Nigga, you are in it, but you are affected by it. You can't sit back and act like just because, yeah, I'm Aboriginal and I'm God, Ra, spiritual, feather fly L, and I'm motherfucking on top of the mountain, sunshine, moonbeam, that your ass ain't got to deal with the goddamn government you live in. Those two things don't go together. They'll send that goddamn bill to your house. Sunshine Moonbeam owes $1,002 on this goddamn on this bill. So y'all can't be and act like because you doing that you gonna float above the goddamn system. That shit don't work. As you see, because when some shit goes down in the system, your ass is affected by it. Did the shit work for you in the lockdowns? Was you able to float over the city when niggas was locked down because you was oming and doing that shit? No. All you niggas was affected by it, unless you lived in one of those Republican states who didn't do lockdowns. But again, y'all all affected by it, so you can't sit back and act like you're not. So moving along. Did you hear about the woman who got kicked out the library because she misgendered somebody? This shit's crazy, y'all. She misgendered. So, so this is what happened. She was given a lecture or a speech or whatever in the library. This is all lawful. She had reserved the room. Excuse me. She reserved the room. She had all of her, everybody in there was mostly people who were there to listen, to hear her. Had some activists, some, people who were trying to counteract what she was saying. But her speech was more about protecting women's sports. You know, basically keeping biological men out of sports. So when she was saying it, she kept saying, we need to keep men out of women's sports and blah, 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 and this and that. So somebody checked her. You can't say it like that. You have to say, you mean biological men? So they checked her like that. She was like, I mean, what? She looked around like, we know what I'm talking about. So she continued the speech, whatever. And she said, keep men out of women's sports again. And then some dude stood up. You can't say that. You have to say biological man. And she's like, look, motherfucker, I know what I mean. This nigga's a man. He's not a woman. It's a man. So, Mike Swagger, thank you. He said feather fly elbow. Hell yeah, these niggas on top of a goddamn mountain meditating with a goddamn fly on their forehead and shit. The fuck are you doing? Get your spiritual dumb ass down here and act like you actually are living in a world, because you are bound. You are in both. Yes, you're in the spirit world, but you're also in the physical world. You can't act like you're not in both, because when you do, you forsake one of the other. You act like you're fully in the physical world, you forsake the spiritual world. You act like you're fully in the spiritual world, you forsake the physical world. So it leaves you at a loss at both. So keep one foot in both, balance or equilibrium. So she called her a man, and the man librarian, this is in California. So the man librarian got up and said, you had to leave. Tell her she had to leave. She can't say that, and that it's against the law to misgender somebody in California. It's against the law to misgender somebody in California. This is what the dude said, the librarian dude. So, is that true? Not necessarily. Really, kind of. There was a law that came out in February, I think it was 2022, that said you can't misgender somebody in the workplace. However, she's not at work. She's not at work. That meant, you have, if somebody had a problem with that, then they can bring up a complaint about somebody saying that. That doesn't necessarily mean you can take action on somebody. Doesn't say they get, it's a criminal act, because you have freedom of speech. They couldn't call it a criminal act. So this motherfucker thought, no, it was a criminal law or some shit, and kicked the lady out for saying a man was a man. This shit going crazy. This shit going crazy. Then there was another dude who think he a woman, who walked up to some dude at a Starbucks or some shit and asked it and tried to get with the dude, right? Tried to get with the dude, and the dude was like, oh yeah, I'm flat, thank you, I'm flattered, whatever, but I'm straight. Word, like, I'm straight. And flattered, all that, but thank you, I'm straight. So then the person left, said, okay, boom, boom, have a good day, whatever. Then they got on TikTok and tried to clown, because the person, when they said I'm straight, that meant that they believed that person was a dude, which you is a dude. But because they think of themselves as a woman, they was like, oh, he misgendered me. But I didn't have the energy to go into the battle or whatever. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. He ain't look, this is a dude. You understand me? It's a fucking dude. Wasn't no operational trans motherfucker. Even them still dudes, but this mother, he didn't have no operation. It was an actual dude. And he walked over and tried to talk to another dude because he believed he was a woman and thought that this other motherfucker was gonna see him as a woman. This is some motherfucking crazy stuff. God damn. It's just crazy. So then a bank, they banned a Christian charity over their position against gay marriage. Did y'all hear about that? Excuse me. Against their position against gay marriage, a bank basically just told a Christian charity who out here doing nothing but good for the Lord, for Jesus. How the hell you gonna have a problem with somebody doing work for Jesus? But them niggas said, because you go against gay marriage, you can't be with our bank. This is where this shit going. They clap back against Christians. Like, them niggas was supposed to be the most protected niggas in the not everybody. Not no more. It is the LGB mafia. LGBTQ R794 XP39 mafia. And then it still keeps going because a federal court in Maryland, this is why we got to stay up on this shit, y'all. A federal court in Maryland ruled Thursday that, this is just this Thursday, that parents don't have the right to opt their children out of a curriculum that includes books about racial gender theory or identity. It's in Maryland. Sorry for you niggas in Maryland. That's fucked up. The court said, you as a parent don't have the right to take your kid out of a curriculum, to opt your child out of a curriculum at school that involves gender identity theory. How the hell they gonna tell you as a parent you don't have the right? Because what they did is they tried to go in and they sued under the due process clause. They said it wasn't due process, right? They subjected their children to this curriculum without alerting the children, and so they didn't get due process, right? So this is what you get for not understanding the law, though. So due process is not for the citizen. It's for the government. Due process is for the government. Me as a citizen, I don't have to give you due process. I'm a private citizen. I don't got to give you anything. Schools are private. Unless they're public schools, but in getting public funding. So if it's a public school, then if it's a public school, but it's still not a government. See, just because it's a public school doesn't necessarily mean it's a government school. So the judge ruled that they couldn't use the due process clause as basically a shield to block their children from the LGBT curriculum. So obviously they're going to appeal. They're going to appeal and take it all the way to the, if they got to, they're going to take it to the Supreme Court. But this is crazy that a court is telling you that you don't have the right to opt your child out of the curriculum. So basically what they're saying is, well, if you're going to put your child in this, not the system, but if you're going to put this child in this institution, this school, whatever it is, then you can't tell the school how to run their curriculum. That's basically what they're saying. The school has a right to run their curriculum the way they see fit. And that's really what the ruling was saying. So they were basically, if you want to you got to take your kid out of school. Which we've been saying all along. Take your damn children out of these public schools. Damn it. Public school is done. They are only indoctrination camps at this point. And now you see what the new agenda is. So that's getting pumped into the school. So now they were indoctrination camps before. Now it is on some straight bullshit. What they're trying to indoctrinate your children into at this point. especially on the melanated side. We're going to talk about that later, about testosterone and masculinity. But this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to turn the men, the whole society feminine, because they know at the end of the day it's men that whoop ass when they want to say no to some shit. A nigga tell you no, and if you're a real dude, if you're alpha, all he gonna tell you is one time. You only got one time. That's it, nigga. If a nigga tell you more than one time, he full of shit. He with the bullshit. He not real. Cause a nigga who really mean what he say, he only gonna tell you once. And they know they don't want that type of energy. That man, that's why they trying to suppress Andrew Tate and all these cats who they demonetized the Fresh and Fit podcast. Them cats who be out there empowering men. They be shitting on a lot of women too, so I don't be really fucking with them on that side of the game. But they do empower men. Tell you to get out there, stop watching porn all the time. Excuse me. Get a job, work out, get smart, get information. They tell you good shit to empower you, to boost yourself as a man. Truth be told, low key, I think they smoked Kevin Samuels. I think they smoked that nigga. Because the agenda they're trying to push, he was the main face against that. If y'all look back at that nigga was the main face against that. No matter how he did it, his tactics in doing it, he was the main face for for empowering young brothers. Yo, Roger Rose, thank you, brother. Says public school run by local government, municipality. Pretty much, yes. It could be. Or it could be a charity that gets funding. You never know. Could be a public charity. A lot of schools are public charities. If there are public charities, then there are government. If they're getting money from the government like that, and they are public charities, or they're publicly classified as a charity, then they are government, and you can get at them. But if they're not, then that's the gray area. But Kevin Samuels, he was the main face. He was the main face for that shit. For empowering men. Like, yo, they are trying to castrate niggas around here. You need to get up there. You need to do what you need to do. Boo boo. Now, he did it in some fucked up ways he was telling people. He was the way he delivered his message. You may like it or not, but I think they smoked the nigga because it was happening right at the time they're trying to raise their agenda against it. They're trying to push their feminine world. He's bringing masculinity back, which you don't really got to say too much again to masculinity to get it on the move, because we already ready to go. All you got to do is give us the say so. We already want to jump raw. All a man needs is just the reason, the permission to go smack the shit out of you. That's all a man needs, is the permission to smack the shit out of you. So Kevin Samuels and cats like that were giving men the permission to say, you can say fuck you to these bitches. I mean, I'm talking about these crazy ass girls out here who are on their bullshit. He's like, you can say fuck you to them bitches who are coming out here who only want to act like that you need to be at this height in order for you to date them and try to belittle you and all this and that. You can tell them bitches, eat a dick, bitch. You can tell them, you can talk like that. So that was empowering men. Again, he was giving them permission. When these two things are going like that at the same time, they saw that, and I think they smoked him. Honestly. I think they would have smoked Andrew Tate too, but his circle was too tight. And then when he put it out there that they wanted to smoke me, then it would be too obvious after that. So they tried to railroad the nigga. But it is a real war. It is a real war against the masculine energy. So take your kid out of school, please. It is some bullshit. So then Biden, a Biden-appointed judge, her name is Deborah Boardman. She said that parents asserted due process right to direct their children's upbringing by opting out of a public curriculum that conflicts with their religious views is not a fundamental right. That's the judge who ruled against it. So I'll say that again. This is the judge. I think she's a sister. She said that the parents asserted due process right to direct their children's upbringing by opting out of a public school curriculum that conflicts with their religious views is not a fundamental right. They're saying you don't have a fundamental right to direct your child's education. That's what she said. Now, I definitely think once it gets to the Supreme Court, even the appeals court, because this was just the lower federal court, it has to go to appeals court, then Supreme Court. If the appeals court rules in favor, rules the same way, I think it's going to get kicked out. Honestly, because this was a Biden-appointed judge. This is basically, the Biden-appointed judges are people who are paid for by George Soros. Most of these people who are, you see, all the people who are the Democratic people who are in the judges and all that shit, most of those judges were paid for by George Soros, one of his companies. The company that's pushing the DEI. I forgot the name of that company. He has a company that's pushing DEI. It's a main company, and it's donated like $16 billion over the years to all these different organizations. That's George Soros' company. And he's the one who's been pushing all this woke shit, him and Bill Gates. So that judge said you don't got a fundamental right to direct your child's education. She full of shit. Now, again, I don't have children. I can only be mad for y'all. So I can't be as mad about it as y'all, but I'm pretty pissed, goddammit. So if I'm more pissed than you, what the hell are you doing? I should never be more pissed about your kid being messed over than you are. Ever. So, then, last couple things. A Decepticon was paid $160,000 by New York State after he, because it says she in the news article, but after he was misgendered by staff at an all-male jail where he was an inmate and forced to remove his acrylic nails without the proper tools. Basically, this nigga said they made him snap off his press-on nails. And that was cruel and unusual punishment because they made me snap off my... This is degrading. This is cruel. What the fuck? They ain't even attached to your finger. I'm suing. This is crazy. What the fuck is going on, y'all? 160 G's for your press-on nails, nigga? And New York got to pay for that. That's coming out of the New York taxpayers' pocket. That's a goddamn shame. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell, nigga. I ain't paying not a goddamn dime. Because you had to take off your press-on. You had to snap off your press-on nails, nigga. How the fuck do you take off press-on nails anyway? Is there a tool you got, women? Is there a tool to take that shit off? My mama used to do that shit. My mama used to have that shit. I used to see her, when that shit get old and the glue wore off, she would just go, psh, psh, psh. She'd snap them motherfuckers off and throw it right in the trash and go get some more. What the fuck? This nigga acting like they attached to his nerves under his finger. Like, nigga, you sit your bitch ass down somewhere. So, that happened in New York. And then, in England, they ruled it's discriminatory to call a Decepticon a wanker. Now, I don't know if y'all know English slang, but they call when they call you a bitch ass nigga or something like that, they call you a wanker. That's the same thing. You fucking wanker. You fucking wanker. You fucking tosser. They call you a tosser or a wanker. So, but a wanker is this, right? And this is what this means. You're a jack. It's the same thing as calling somebody a jack off over here in America. So they call them wanker. They said that calling somebody a wanker, a Decepticon a wanker, is basically calling them a man and discriminatory. My head hurt right here, y'all. Right there. My head be hurting right there. When I hear this shit. Right there. Like, goddamn. This is crazy shit. I can't call a dude a wanker because a Decepticon a wanker because it's like calling him a man. And they ruled it discriminatory. Get the entire fuck out of here. Boy, I'll call you a wanker and an 18 million more things. You better hope that's the least thing I call you is a damn wanker. So let's keep the fight going. That was in rainbow news. Let's keep the fight going. Let's keep the divine masculine and divine feminine alive. The respect and love for the divine masculine and divine feminine and the value of it. Because right now, they treating those relationships like young Americans treat America. They don't give a fuck. And so people in relationships, because they want to be cool or they don't want to be ostracized by the public, they want to act like same-sex relationships are just the coolest thing ever. All right, nigga, if that's what you want to do, that's what you do. But don't act like, nigga, nature is going to flourish with that popping. That ain't gonna, nature didn't intend for that to go on. But that's what I mean. You and nature is not going to go on with that shit popping. So most everybody ain't like that. If you are, you do your thing. Just don't bring it to me. Or just don't bring it to the kids. That's two things I say. Don't bring it to me. Don't bring it to the kid. Whatever else you want to do, fucking go do that. So keep it pushing. Businesses are bringing back the Cupcake or the mask mandates first. They're bringing back mask mandates in the fear of the new Boogie V outbreak. So it's a new Boogeyman V that's coming for y'all. I told y'all about EG.5. Wait, EG.5, yeah. So EG.5 was the new one, right? That was just a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, I told y'all about EG.5, literally like 2 weeks ago. I told you about EG.5. In those 2 weeks, they got a new one. So Hollywood movie studios is reinstating mandates, like Lionsgate and all them out here. 100 schools, they reinstated their mask mandates and their cupcake mandates. A lot of schools reinstated their cupcake mandates. Morris Brown out in Atlanta, what the hell y'all doing out in Atlanta? They're reinstating their mandates. Y'all better stand up and fight, people in Atlanta. I know it's a gang of people in here from Atlanta who be listening. Look, y'all go to college, your kid go to Morris Brown College in Atlanta, y'all better be on this. They just reinstated those. This is bull crap. They know this is bull. So then the other one, so we got the EG.5, right? So the new one is called BA.2.86. These niggas, where they be getting these damn designations from? BA.2.86 is the new one. Is it hurting anybody? No. Allegedly. Got to say that. YouTube new rules. But no. They're not really doing anything. But Biden just came out and said, yo, you better go ahead and we're going to reinstate. We're going to reinstate boosters. We're going to start re-pushing boosters. He's requesting funding for new cupcakes. He just said this the other day. I'm about to request more or new funding or more funding for new cupcakes from the government. From the government. So I told y'all they weren't going to let go of this Pandeezy world order. I told y'all that. Y'all was like, oh, that was a year and a half ago. This nigga can't. They let that shit go. Nigga, I ain't got to worry about nothing no more. Nigga, I don't need no damn notice. I don't need no mask. I don't need none of this shit. We all know it's a hoax and all that. No. This is a blueprint. They can't let this go. This is their main plan. They don't got an ulterior, another plan, a backup plan. They have been planning this for years. But what they didn't plan on was they were implementing it in a new age, a new energy, where plans that you would have implemented long ago in a different energy. We were in Capricorn energy, an Earth 200 years of Earth signs, except for 1980 when we came into Libra. But other than that, we have been in 200 years of Earth signs. Earth is where you plant and you grow and boom, and it's very slow and methodical and it keeps secrets and all that type of stuff. It's very, boom, Earth energy. But we in air energy, baby. And they didn't plan on this shit. I promise you they didn't. Because they don't have another plan. They're going full speed ahead with the cupcake plan. So Biden says new cupcakes. Then the new cupcakes made by the P.F. Heiser Bakery. They're made by the new cupcakes that they're trying to get put in society. They're made by the P.F. Heiser Bakery, Moderneasy, and Novavax. And they have been redesigned. So they took the old ones they had. They took the old cupcakes. They broke them down and made a new big ass cupcake. We're like, hey nigga, you want this new cupcake we got? What's in it? Don't worry about that, my nigga. This is a brand new cupcake. You see that right there? Look, it got your name on the top with icing. With icing, my nigga. Got your name on nice and pretty. Like, wait a minute. What you put in that cupcake? Is that old cupcakes mashed up into one big new cupcake? Hey, nigga, why you asking so many questions? This nigga asking. Why you asking so many questions, man? Just eat this new cupcake. That's what they doing. Why are they doing that? Because they had all of the cupcakes sitting on the shelf. Nobody was buying it. They were losing billions of dollars. Billions. People were over it. We over it. We not were. We still over this shit. They trying to bring this shit back. We still over this shit. But they're losing billions with that shit sitting up. So they were like, as a business, you just can't sit up with a bunch of stock. You got to figure out what to do with this shit. So they just went to the lab in the beakers and swirled it up, nigga, in little test tubes and let it blow. Oh, and they came out with the new shit made off of the old shit because they had to get them cupcakes out of the warehouse. So this is where they coming at. And they said they've been redesigned to target the dominant XBB variants. See, there's another variant, XBB. What the hell is that? We got EG.5. We got BA.28, BA.2.86. Then they got the dominant XBB. What the They just want to confuse you with all kind of bullshit. None of this shit is real. None of this shit is real. It's all in your mind. Because it's been shown that they haven't even isolated the Boogie V. They only have a computer pod. Anything that you see about the Boogie V is not a real. They haven't isolated it out of a real person yet. It's only a computer composite. That's it. It's not a real thing. So this is what they said, and it's going to be coming out. For new variants, going to be rolled out mid-September. When this is coming out, mid-September. And it says officials say they will provide robust protection. They said officials say they will provide robust protection against Eris. That's the That's the BA.28, BA.2.86. That's the name they gave it. It's called ERIS, ERIS. So they said it will provide robust protection against ERIS, America's currently most dominant strain. It is also hoped that they'll bolster immunity against the the BA blah blah blah, which has sparked concerns over a future wave of infections, right? So again, this is the remix because they had too much old cupcakes sitting in the warehouse, getting stale. The sprinkles, the sprinkles on the cupcakes was starting to turn color because the dye, the what is it, yellow dye number 5 and red dye number 6, and that's what they use. That's the shit that caused cancer. Yellow number 5 and red number 6. They started to fade. that red number 5, red number 6 started to fade. They had to remix the cupcakes, and here you go. So they had excuse me, in Australia, because this is all around, I guess it's worldwide. In Australia, children are being asked to spy on their parents' compliance with cupcake lockdowns and mandates. Basically, they're giving the children a pop quiz. And in the quiz, they're asking the children, did their parents comply with the cupcake mandates and the lockdowns? Why are they this is crazy. They're coming after the kids to get information on the parents. This is like that social credit bullshit. But your child, they're using your child to snitch on you. They're using your own kid to snitch. This is fucked up. This is fucked up, man. Because the child just think they're going in there asking questions, answering questions and a pop quiz, and they about to send mom and daddy to jail, to the goddamn concentration camp. Where they gonna be stabbed up with all this fucking shit. This is crazy, man. So, you think that shit ain't coming here? You think they're not doing that in schools? Where they trying to figure out what you doing at home to your kid? Man, pull your children out of school, please. I can't say it. Pull your damn children out of school, please. Because then, Bitch Bron, that's my name for him. Y'all can call him LeBron if you want to. I'll call him Bitch Bron till he leave the Lakers. But Bitch Bron just said his son, Bronny, his heart attack was caused by a congenital heart defect. Did y'all hear that? Wasn't a cupcake, y'all. No. It was caused by a congenital heart defect. Like, nigga, you better not get your bitch ass out there and say nothing about these cupcakes. You understand me, bitch, Bron? Just, all right, nigga, just keep the goddamn guns off my family. Hey, nigga, this nigga LeBron know his family up for. Nigga, keep them guns off my family. They probably got a goddamn a trigger. They probably put a trigger in his son. They got a little remote. They can turn that shit on and, hey, nigga, you say something, nigga, I'll clip this motherfucking remote, nigga. Bronny motherfucking whole goddamn arm blow off his, I'll blow this nigga arm off his body, nigga. Say something. You want to test it? You think I'm bullshitting? Go, say something about this goddamn cupcake. Oh, nigga, oh, shit, nigga, that was close, nigga. Oh, I got a twitchy finger here, nigga. They done scared the shit out of LeBron. A congenitive heart defect. What does that mean? This is the full thing they said. It is an anatomically and functionally significant heart, let me say it again. It is an anatomically and functionally significant congenital heart defect, which can and will be treated. That's what they said. And they hope that he can get back in basketball. What the hell is that? What the fuck is that? An anatomically and functionally significant Congenital heart defect. What the fuck is that? That ain't nothing but a bunch of bullshit ass words they just sewed together. Let me get my soul game on in this bitch ass nigga. And just sewed a bunch of words together and put it on paper. They just did some crocheting like a motherfucker. Anatomically and functionally significant. What the fuck does that mean? Anatomically, all that means is just a body part. That's all that word means. Comes from anatomy, which just means a body part. That's all that fucking word means. So, and anatomically, but it's a big ass word, right? For motherfucking stupid people who don't know shit. Anatomically, oh shit, nigga, look, Bronny got an anatomically. What the? Anatomically, nigga. Hey, hit the goddamn GoFundMe for LeBron. Send that nigga $1,000 for Bronny's anatomically. Like, nigga, anatomically don't mean shit but body part. Anatomically and functionally significant. What the fuck does functionally significant mean? What does that mean, people? Functionally significant. Please somebody, can y'all tell me what the fuck that means? It don't mean shit. Functionally significant. Nigga, your kidneys are functionally significant. Your eyes are functionally significant. Every goddamn piece of your body is functionally significant. Meaning, the function of it is significant to you. What the fuck are these niggas talking about? These niggas think you are retarded. Functionally significant? Nigga, you mean like every other goddamn body part on my body? This is some stupid shit. It is an anatomically and functionally significant congenital heart defect. Okay. Word salad like a motherfucker. That's right, Buster Brown. Nigga, this is you ever been to a place called Soup Plantation? You ever been there? They got nothing but salad. This is a super giant salad bar. That's what this shit is. That was the Soup Plantation of explanations right there. And shout out to Soup Plantation. They got some good ass food too. Goddamn, them salads be off the chain. But that's what this was. This was the Soup Plantation of explanations. Functionally significant, anatomically and functionally significant. They crazy. So moving right along. Shout out to Bronny though. Ain't got nothing against little Bronny. So BRICS, the BRICS countries, you know, they just met. The BRICS countries, I'm telling y'all, if y'all not getting your money, please get your money. I'm about to go buy me a Mandalorian coin. My homie just told me they got another Star Wars coin in at AppMex today. I'm about to go get my Star Wars coin. So if y'all not on it, please diversify your portfolio, your monies. Gold, silver, crypto, meaning dip Bitcoin. You know, diversify your stuff. So, reserve notes, because you want to hold those just in case. So BRICS just met and they said they now contribute almost a third of the global GDP, surpassing the G7 economic influence. So if y'all know the G7, that's the global 7, and then they got the G20. So the G7 was the G8 before they kicked Russia out for invading Ukraine. But it was the G8, now it's the G7. So those are the top 7 GDP countries, you know, gross domestic product countries, top financially stable countries in the world. And then you got the G20, which is the top 20 countries, right? So they just said the BRICS, they just surpassed, so the G7 represents 30% of the global GDP, the global money, right? Those 7 countries in the G7 represent 30%. BRICS countries now represent 32%. More than the top goddamn 7 countries. Where's this shit gonna end? Y'all better start getting y'all some of them BRICS dollars. Just, hey, get some. Who's in BRICS? China, Brazil, India, Russia, and South Africa, but it's like 40 countries that are trying to join. They got 14 in now, 15 or something like that, but 40 are enrolled or they got their applications in and shit. So that's coming. Over 40 nations, including the G20 members, have expressed interest in joining BRICS, highlighting its expanding geopolitical weight. So when I tell you America's about to change, the government of America is about to change, it has to. The whole world is changing. It's not the superpower that it once was. Everybody's getting rid of American dollars as the petrodollar. Nobody's scared of America right now. Why would you be scared of America when motherfucking you got a goddamn weekend at Bernie's niggas who can't walk 2 feet without stumbling? Do y'all see how that nigga walk? He walked like the oldest nigga in the old folks home. The oldest nigga in these. Like there's a lot of old people in the old folks home. He the oldest in there. He the this nigga walk like this and his feet move like this. If y'all see his feet move like that when he walking. Like this nigga can barely walk. It is insane. He can barely talk. And this is the representative of America. So when people look at that, nigga, that is a physical and philosophical representation of America right now. America's on its last leg like that bitch ass nigga Biden. That's it. And all the fuck shit. And it really does represent, this nigga really does represent America. Because Biden has been in politics for 50 years, right? His whole 50 years, this nigga been corrupt. Allegedly. Nigga, whole 50 years, he allegedly been corrupt, selling access, taking bribes, all kind of shit, right? Just been doing all kind of shit. So now, this nigga's chicken's coming home to roost. Now that he old, he don't got the faculties to keep his lies compartmentalized together, and they all just blending in shit. He just spilling all out the mouth. He don't remember anything, and just senile as hell, and stumbling over himself. That's America. America's shit is coming home to roost. All the fuck shit that America's done in the past to all different countries, destabilizing countries and all that type of shit, allegedly. So now America has to pay for that karma. And the funny thing is, America is always spending money on how not to be defeated militarily. But they don't spend no money on how not to be defeated psychologically. That slipped their mind. Went right over their fucking head. China, though, they knew we can't beat these niggas militarily, so we have to beat them psychologically on the mental game. And they've been implementing that for years now, for the last 20, 30 years. So BRICS is coming on. Make sure you get your money right. You understand that America is hobbling. This shit is hobbling like a motherfucker. It's dragging his it's dragging his leg on down the street. All right, y'all. Moving along. Did you see that they opened up the Michael Jackson investigation again? Did y'all see that? They just can't leave Mike alone. Why can't they leave Mike alone? He got a song called Leave Me Alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh, just leave me alone. Please leave Mike alone, goddammit. We need Mike left alone. A judge said that the two dudes who lied, they were able to reopen the case against Mike's estate. So he not even here where he gets to defend himself. And we got Oprah to thank for this shit. Oprah is one of the main people behind this bullshit. Fuck you, Oprah. So he's not here to defend himself. And it's going to keep, and this is messed up because Mike is one of our, if not the best thing to come out of our goddamn community, out of modern times. Obviously, we've had ancient Kemetans and conscious gods. But out of modern times, Mike is the top nigga to come from us out of these communities. And for them to soil the nigga's history and legend like that, I mean, whenever we look back at him, we never have a pristine, clean figure to look back on and be like, yo, we need to be able to be like that. Why? Because they always taint him with some shit. Whether it's Michael Jackson or Bill Cosby or Michael Jordan or Kobe or anybody, they always got to taint the motherfucker who we'll have up here. They got to smear some shit on them. Always. You ain't gonna never be pristine. And then they're motherfuckers who actually do have shit on them. They wipe that off every fucking time. They say, oh, see, skip it. Come here, Brett Favre. You got a little, come here, Brett. Come here, you got a little sit up. Oh, you're, what is his name? Tom Brady. Come on, Tom. Come here. You got a little, they wiping shit off their face. Every time they get a smudge anywhere, they wiping that shit off. You don't hear nothing about Brett Favre, the shit that he did, all the money he stole from niggas. You don't hear nothing about that. He's still pristine and clean to their people. That nigga is still, he's still like he walking around down the street in a white robe. But all of our people get tainted. So again, they want to perpetuate that and keep that vision about Mike because we know Mike was such a god. That bullshit about him being a pedophile, we know that shit'll go somewhere because it ain't true. That shit is not true. Absolutely not true. And I don't mean allegedly. I mean, it ain't true. How do I know? Well, back when I used to be a farmer and I sold vegetables, mostly broccoli, I sold broccoli to Mike's bodyguard, Michael Jackson's bodyguard. His bodyguard was my best friend's cousin. So for 10 years, he was Mike's bodyguard for 10 years. So I used to harvest broccoli for Mike's bodyguards and Mike. So for a while, that was a long time. So my homie's my homie for like 20 some odd years. So my homie's cousin was Mike's bodyguard for 10 years. He used to tell us everything. Talk to Mike on the phone. Mike was a cool cat. And let me tell you, nigga didn't have a high voice. Mike's voice wasn't high in real life. And he loved women. And Mike loved women. So, again, first, not first-hand experience, but again, I sold broccoli to Mike's bodyguard for 10 years. So, do have a little personal experience on that. My broccoli was off the chain. Let me tell you, niggas, my broccoli was good. Had a little butter on top of it, a little seasoning, a little garlic powder. My shit was off the chain, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, somebody put a broccoli. Hey, thank you, Maria Carvajal, for the broccoli emoji. Hey, my broccoli was off the chain. Y'all better become vegetarians. God damn it. My broccoli was the shit. But that was every single week. That was every Monday. I had to go in and harvest my broccoli. Shout out to Mike. So that's how I know about that. But Mike basically though, he was just a pure soul. His vibration was just too high for this plane. It really was. Like Mike was just a pure dude. He loved kids. He just loved children, not in the pedophile way, but in the way that it truly means that kids are the most wonderful thing in the world, and I want to see them grow and help them grow and flourish. That was him. And that nigga was a gangster too. Just so y'all know, Mike talks shit all the time. He cursed all the time. So, just so y'all know, man, Mike wasn't what y'all thinking. Mike wasn't who y'all think he was. But I'm just gonna say, please leave Mike alone, goddammit. Thank you for the broccoli emoji. All the people putting the broccoli emoji. Y'all hilarious. Man, I tell you, my broccoli was off the chain, goddamn it. Till Malik stole my damn broccoli, and I had to chase Malik around the city for my broccoli and was getting ready to kill Malik. Then I had to decide, broccoli or spirit world? Tell you, broccoli almost went out, y'all. Broccoli almost went out. Luckily for y'all, it didn't. All right, because I wouldn't be doing this shit. So, keeping it moving. Did y'all hear that the first ever slavery plantation was discovered in Africa? I forgot the name. It was like Some Tao or something like that. Some Tao or I forgot the name of it, but it was Portuguese. It was set up by the Portuguese off a little island. Off the name of the island is Some Taos or something like that. Some Toes. I forgot. Somebody can look it up. But it's a little island off the coast of Africa. And it's basically they found a 500-year-old plantation a sugar plantation on Africa, right? In Africa. And they say this was the first plantation ever. The very first plantation. Now, listen to what they said about it. It said the island, oh, here we go. It's Sao Tome. S-A-O, like with A with the line over the top, like it's Brazilian or whatever. Tome, T-O-M-E with the accent. So Sao Tome. The island named Sao Tome was the largest sugar producer globally in the 1530s, but they set it up in 1470. That's when the Portuguese set it up. So let me get in there. So largest producer of sugar globally in 1530, creating the blueprint for plantation economies across the Atlantic Ocean, right? So then it said the Portuguese settled Sao Tome in 1470 and became the largest sugar producer in the 1530s due to enslaved Africans from the slave coast of West Africa. I want y'all to hear that again. They didn't go in and snatch no slaves, as most of you niggas think. Caucasian people went in Africa with some guns, with a little couple of muskets, in a place where you had been for thousands of years, and went and snatched you off your own land that you knew better than any goddamn body. Y'all really believe that stupid shit. But right here it tells you that the Africans, they came from Africans from the slave coast of West Africa, the Niger Delta, the island of Fernando Po, and later the Congo and Angola. Basically, niggas was already enslaving their own people, and they were just going to the slave market and buying them. And then put them on the boat and say, come on in with me, nigga. We're going to go to this sugar cane. I'm about to go to this sugar cane plantation. And don't be eating up my sugar cane. So they found it. Now, again, keep talking about, we go back over this because the misconception of African, white, Caucasian people and slavery. And I mean, it's such a misrepresentation of that shit. Melanated people, you started it. You invented it. You started it. You did it longer than anybody. You cultivated it. The Muslim slave trade lasted for 1,400 years. And when they say Muslim, they mean niggas, not Arabs, Muslim Moors. 1,400 years you was enslaving niggas. Or your ancestors was enslaving people. So, and again, it was a major industry in the world. Slavery was the major financial economy in the world. You started. So, again, they found the little slave thing. But again, y'all know that Caucasian people ended slavery, right? Look up William Wilberforce. Most Caucasian name you'll ever hear in your life. But William Wilberforce ended slavery. or he was the beginning of the end of slavery. So, but they just found that over there. And the reason I'm talking about that is because the Guyana president, or the president of Guyana, Irfan, Irfaan. I don't know how you pronounce that. Irfaan? Somebody say that for me. Irfaan Ali, on Thursday, he basically lashed out to the descendants of Europe slave traders, saying those who profited from the cruel transatlantic slave trade should offer to pay reparations to today's generations. This is the president of Guyana. So, again, he is acting like Caucasian people came over to Africa and walked on to Africa with a couple of muskets and some BBs and walked onto your land where you had spiritual domination over, spiritual, physical, all kind of domination over it, and came and took all you niggas off your land where he didn't know nothing about the foliage, the insects, the predator animals, nothing. The time of day, the weather. This Caucasian man knew none of that shit, but this nigga came over to Africa and walked all over Africa and snatched up all you kings. Fuck out of here. So this nigga says that Europe should pay reparations for their profit from the slave trade. But your people sold your niggas. Your ancestors sold your people. So that means it was a business transaction, nigga, so you don't get money back for that. You don't get money back for that. This is a consensual business transaction between two countries. So you can't go back and be like, yeah, nigga, you snatched up my daddy, my great-granddaddy. Well, yeah, I know he went with you willingly, nigga, but still, you didn't give him all the shit you should have gave him. Nigga, no. That shit don't work like that. So, Guyana president, that ain't how shit works. Your ancestors sold your other ancestors into slavery, nigga. That's just how that shit went down. Ask for reparations from the people who sold the Africans who sold the other Africans. That's what you should be looking for. But that's why I showed that, because they got they found the first slave plantation, and then the president of Guyana is asking for reparations. Again, so this is a funny thing about reparations. And y'all know I don't give a fuck about reparations. I talk about against reparations all the time. You should be going back and getting your land. Your aboriginals, you own all of this shit. Don't be asking for $2 when you should be asking for the whole bank, right? So, or the printing press. You need to go ask for the printing press. Don't ask for the goddamn couple of dollars. But again, the reparations thing, how melanated people think about reparations in America, that, oh, my ancestors it was taken from me. I deserve reparations. You need to get this back to me. There's been many cultures and nations that have been conquered throughout the histories. None of those nations go back and ask for reparations. None of those nations really go back and ask for reparations. I know people are like, well, Japanese and Israel, they got reparations. You're talking about, but that ain't, you're talking about atrocities. You're talking about atrocities that was done to them from some other shit. And again, they were Jews. That was more of a political thing. What I'm talking about is how melanated people feel that when you lost in history, that you're supposed to get paid back for it. When you play a game, and all of this shit is a game, when you play a game and you lose, you can't go back and be like, nigga, let me get a do-over. That don't work. You got to go regroup and do shit over again. Melanated people, this is where we are right now. We lost. Whether who did it or not, our ancestors, they played the game and they lost it for us because a lot of them gave up our shit. Just like the Cherokee didn't get their shit stolen. The Cherokee, the chiefs of Cherokee, 2 of them niggas signed over all the land. They didn't, white Caucasian people didn't come and take it. The Cherokee niggas signed it over. Two niggas, just two people signed over all the land for all the goddamn whole nation. Now, the nation killed them two niggas, but it was too late. So, but they lost. Again, you lost the game. But again, you regroup and then you revamp and then you do some new shit and get it back. That's where we are right now. We need to be learning how to do the new thing. Stop looking in the past for old shit. We weren't never those people. This is why we were called more, because we always do more. We always create more. We don't ever have to look in the past because we're the creators. We don't have to look back for the shit that we created in the past. Why? Because I can create that shit and 50 more things like it right now. Because I'm the god of that shit, of creation. The fuck do I need to go back and be worried about some old shit that I created in the past for? I can create some new shit now. This is where we are right now. So, President of Guyana, I know you want reparations, nigga, but your people sold your other people. So you don't get reparations for that. So moving along, in India, this is the last couple things. So in India was the first people to land on the south pole of the moon. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all see it? It looked fake to me. I don't know. Maybe it didn't do you. That shit looked fake to me. Did it look fake to y'all? Somebody, did it look fake? Did it look fake? Because it looked fake to me. That shit didn't look real to me at all. But they saying that they did it. They saying that they did it. So Stanley Kubrick, I don't know if you guys seen the video right before Stanley Kubrick died. I think it was like a couple of days before he died. Stanley Kubrick, he was on a video and he said he filmed the landing, the moon landing. Stanley Kubrick, y'all know who Stanley Kubrick is. He the nigga who made Eyes Wide Shut. What's some more of his Stanley Kubrick stuff, y'all? Space Odyssey. What is it? The 2000 something Space Odyssey. What else did he do? He did some other shit. But he big time dude. Stanley Kubrick. He says, my filmmaking teacher. I forgot what did he do? Like he did Clockwork Orange. Thank you. That's the other one. And The Shining. Thank you. That was the one I was thinking about. The Shining. Thank you. The Shining. He did The Shining. And Full Metal Jacket. Damn. My shit. Private Pile. Oh man, if you haven't seen Full Metal Jacket, that is my shit right there. Full Metal. That made me want to go to the military. I entered ROTC because of that movie. When I was in high school, I was in ROTC all 4 years because of that movie. Right there. And it was funny because I didn't want to be Private Pile. I was a fat piece of shit like Private Pile was. And I didn't want to be no fat mother. So I got into ROTC when I was in high school because of Private Pile. But Stanley Kubrick, he said he filmed the space landing. That nigga was dead serious. And he said he told Spielberg and who he told a couple of other directors. They know. He said he told them. And they all they clowned about it and shit. Dr. Strangelove. Yep, he did Dr. Strange. Man, they just dropping the Stanley Kubrick movies in. There you go. Dr. Strangelove. So he said he filmed it. Now, does that mean that America has not been to the moon? Hell, absolutely no, it don't mean that. It don't mean that at all. Because I damn sure do believe we've been on the moon and we got a base up there on that dark side of the moon. There's a dark side of the moon they don't ever show. NASA has pictures of it. They take pictures of it all the time, but then you have to kind of zoom in and see what it is. This dude named Richard Hoagland, I think he was a scientist named Richard Hoagland. This was like late 90s, early 2000s, he ordered some NASA pictures of the dark side of the moon, and he zoomed in on it, and It's a catalog for NASA. You can order a bunch of pictures that the Space Hubble takes, right? So you can go in there and just order pictures and they'll send them to you. This was back in the day before they had internet and shit. So he ordered all the pictures, and there was a picture of a black square in the catalog. Something that you shouldn't have ordered at all, but it was a picture, just a black square. And he was like, why is that? So he ordered that picture just to see what it was. And it was the picture of the dark side of the moon. And then when he zoomed in on it and blew it up, he could see crystal structures. He saw a statue, everything. It was a statue, a crystal structure, a pyramid, all kind of shit. This is it. So Richard Hoagland showed that. So when they say India is the first to go to the South Pole of the moon, that's bullshit. That is absolute bullshit. I mean, shout out to India if you did go there. That shit looked fake to me. But if you did go there, shout out to y'all. Even Stephen Greer was talking about in his video, he showed a video of astronauts who had supposed, where they had filmed, or excuse me, they recorded the audio of when they got to the moon. And the astronaut said, we have somebody here, or something. He's like, they was like, oh snap, we have a visitor, or something like, we have visitors. And then the guy down at the in the control room, he was like, oh man. He said, oh man. That's in the movie Unacknowledged from Stephen Greer. Go watch that movie, Unacknowledged, and then you'll see that you'll hear the audio of the astronauts say, oh, we got visitors up here. And then the dude in the control room said, oh man. He was like, oh shit. But it was like they knew the people was up there. It wasn't like he was saying, oh shit, like, oh really? He was saying like, oh shit, like, damn, we know about them. So India, you ain't the first nowhere, nigga. You ain't the first on the moon, on the south side of the moon. We know that shit. And then the last thing I want to talk about, because as I was talking about the schools and how, in schools, they're trying to bring back the mandates and excuse me, not just the mandates, but also how the curriculum, they're trying to turn the curriculum, they're trying to force kids into the alphabet soup curriculum, like in Massachusetts, where they ruled that you have no right to direct your child's education. So, and again, I talked about what that's for. A masculine society will flip this shit. So we need to bring that shit back. We need to bring back masculinity. And femininity too, because the women are more masculine. It's flipped. Just like all this other shit is flipped. Women more masculine, and men more feminine. Talked about the gangsters with the long flowing hair, like they Rapunzel, with the goddamn bag, with a purse and the and the gun in the purse, right? They got flowing hair. Stop or I'll shoot. Like, nigga, stop or I'll shoot. Nigga, if you don't get your fucking flowing ass hair out of here. So, but they are trying to take down the testosterone again, because they're trying to move this society into one place. That's why they don't like Trump. Trump got out of 22 possible astrology signs, right? Astrological signs. Trump has 15 aggressive signs. Like, so that's like first 10 planets and 12 houses, right? So out of the 10 planets and 12 houses, which can be in a sign, Trump has 15 out of 22 in aggressive signs. So he's an alpha male. They don't like that shit. He a nigga who'll tell you, I'll smack the shit out of you. Would you say Kim Jong-il, nigga? I'll send a missile up your ass right now. Would you say Xi Jinping? Huh? So that's the way Trump was. Trump was like, nigga, I'll send a missile up your ass right now. So they're trying to, again, that's all of this. They don't want a prominent masculine figure out there, which is why you don't see it in movies now. In every movie that you see come out right now, the man is either dumb. He's a dumb doofus, like just an idiot. He's weak, he's a dumb idiot, weak, meaning he's just a weak ass, punk ass bitch. He's the bad guy, or he's gay. It's one of the four. They either, so, oh man, Dion Spivey, thanks for the cash out, brother, appreciate you. So again, the man is either a dumbass, he's a doofus, just a bumbling idiot. Excuse me, he's a bumbling idiot, or he's weak, or he's the bad guy, or an asshole, or he's gay. You never see a strong male figure with measured masculinity and kind of measured aggression to be able to speak in movies anymore. You never ever see that. Excuse me. You never see a man being able to reprimand a woman for doing something wrong. You never see that because a man can't never tell a woman what to do or how she's being wrong nowadays. You can't, what they call mansplain. You can't do any of that shit. This is where the shit is flipped. This is why you have all kind of superheroes, what they call this, where they flipped into, all the superheroes are flipped men. Every superhero that you see, that you saw in MCU in the first, what they call the first 3 phases, which ended in Endgame. In phase 4 and phase 5, all of them are women. They all took over. That's why they call it the MCU now. Every single character is a woman. That was a man. They call it gender swapping, right? So again, trying to take the testosterone out of men, period. This is a global thing. This is a major thing or overall plan to take the masculinity out of men, period. But then let's whittle it down to melanated men. Because melanated men, if you go look this up scientifically, we have the most testosterone out of any so-called race in the world. That's just a fact. Melanated men have more testosterone than anybody in the world. And we know that. This is why we ready to slap the shit out of a nigga when they look crazy. What the fuck you say, nigga? Fuck you say, nigga, is a regular thing for an alpha male in the hood. Ask any alpha male who get looked at wrong or told something crazy. Fuck you say, nigga? What? Any day, right out the bat. So, testosterone rides high in the hood, in the melanated hood. And it's lowest in Caucasians and Asians. Asians are last on the list as far as testosterone. Caucasians were really close to last. But melanated, boop, right at the top. That's the I will slap the living shit out of you and your whole family factor. That's what that is. We're losing it though. I just told you. See, that's slapping the shit out of niggas, some measured shit. It ain't emotional. It's like, look, nigga, calm your ass down or more will happen. If you shoot a nigga though over some little minor shit, that's emotional. That's some feminine shit. That's what most little dudes on the street are doing today. Them little niggas with gangsters and skinny jeans and flowing ass hair and shit like that. They're women gangsters. When they already got women gangsters. So the testosterone is being sucked out of the damn community. And they know once they do that, then there's no fight left in your ass. Once they suck all the testosterone out of the hood. Because they don't care if women act masculine. Because at the end of the day, a woman just can't do physically what a man can do. Externally. Internally, women are stronger internally where men are stronger externally. So I'll give you an example. There's this dude, did y'all hear about the dude who had to wrestle with a 17-foot python who bit him? He was on Joe Rogan not too long ago. This nigga was on, he found a python, then he showed video of it. This fool was only about 140 pounds, maybe. He had to wrestle a 140-pound python. The thing, so if you understand, python or snakes are all muscle. That's it, all muscle. No fat, just muscle. So this nigga had to wrestle the python. It was wrapping him up and shit. He had to grab it by his head. The thing bit him, hooked into him, bit one of his arteries. He had to, so as it's wrapped up around him, he has to hold the snake off. The snake is biting into his arm, bit into his artery. This nigga spewing blood. He had to grab the snake with one hand by his head and pull the snake off. If you understand how hard that is, because the snake's fangs are hooked. So when it bites you, it hooks into your shit. So if you pull it, it's just pulling on a snag. This nigga had to grab it with full strength with one hand, pull the fucking snake out of his arm with hook fangs, pull it out. Wrestled with that thing for 10 minutes till the snake got tired and passed out. Now, if a woman could do that shit, I'll give you $10,000 right now. I want to see a woman wrestle with a goddamn 17-foot, 20-year-old python. Meaning that when they say 20-year-old, that means it's smart. Snakes can live long, and the longer they live, the smarter they get. This snake had killed alligators and shit. And this motherfucker was wrestling with that shit. That's what I mean. So when they try to create this false sense of society, like women are stronger than men and women can smack the shit out of a man and do all that shit, that's bullshit. Because if we in the house and you hear some shit downstairs, you're going to be like, baby, what's that downstairs? Can you go take a look? You know damn well you're going to ask the dude to go take a look. And at the end of the day, the man shouldn't even have to be asked to go take a look. He should just do it. But no woman gonna be like, hey, baby, you go go to sleep, baby. You stay asleep. You had a hard day at work today. I'm about to go downstairs and whoop that burglar's ass. Because I know Muay Thai. You ain't doing that. No matter how good you can fight, women, and I've taught some women who can whoop some ass. I have taught women who can box their ass off. And if I put that woman in a ring with a dude who barely been boxing for 3 weeks, she'd get her ass beat. Because the dude is just that much stronger. So right now, we losing that testosterone in the hood. We are losing it. We are losing it. We are absolutely fucking losing this shit. And there needs to be a campaign to me in the hood to bring this shit back, because masculinity, measured aggression is good for young men. They need to know that. It teaches you your limits, meaning not your limitation, but what you don't want done to you. Your line, it teaches you where your line is. Everybody got a line, but a lot of people don't understand where their line is, so they let people go too damn far past your line. That's what men learn when they come interacting with each other. We learn with each other where our lines are. And you got to have some masculinity for that, because if you don't, a motherfucker going to take advantage of you until nothing left of you. And so when I saw that again, we came across that study. They were talking about melanated men with the highest levels of testosterone, but how that's being dwindled down in society nowadays. Then I'm like, okay, then when we all know this, but we got to get back on it. Teach these young kids to protect women, to protect their children in the hood, to protect themselves. That's one of the things we failed on. Because we teach them how to protect, but do you know how to protect your woman from the popo or the government? If they came to take advantage or to kill your family? I'm talking to the men now. Talking to the men in here. The protectors. If the government or popo came for your family, can you protect them from that? You can protect them all day from some nigga trying to walk down the street and smack the shit out of them and doing all that. But can you protect them for the real enemy that comes for them? And that's the police and the government. And if you can't, goddamn it, then you already know. Get over there and get your shit. Get these children. Arm them. We are moving into a new place. A new world, a new government. But then they need to know government in order to know how to take advantage of it. Get them constitutional rights card that lets them know what their rights are and how the police can't violate those rights or what will happen to the police when they violate them. Get this qualified immunity card that lets the police know that if they violate their constitutional rights, they can be sued out of the world. And they don't get qualified immunity behind that protection. Then give them this. This is the letter that lets them know that they lose that qualified immunity. Armor these children. Let's give them the things that they need to build up and be men and young women in the communities. Because women, this is for you too. Because if a man ain't there to help you fight, you got to fight for yourself. And even when he is there, you don't necessarily need him to fight for you. That's absolutely true. Not saying a woman needs a man to fight for him all the goddamn time. But if some shit really go down and it get physical. But so right here, this is a mental game right here, though. Keep this in your car. You tell him I don't answer questions. We just saw a perfect police stop this past Sunday. I wish y'all could have seen it. Dude walked up to the car. The police walked up to the car. The dude had his window up. He put these in the window, set it in the window, set it like that. Just had him sitting there for the police officer. The police officer said, "You gonna roll your window down?" He said, "No, you can. I can hear you just fine." And he had him sitting right there. I can hear you just fine. Well, are you going to give me your documents? Well, the law only says I have to display them. I don't have to hand them to you. So you're not going to give me your documents? No. Just like I said, the law states I only have to show or display them. I don't have to hand them to you. The officer didn't know what he was like. Oh, fuck. He tried to intimidate me. You're not going to give me your documents? No. And he said it nice and calm. The police officer was trying to rile the little nigga, trying to rile the dude up. The dude he didn't raise his voice once. No, I'm not going to give them to you. All right, I'll be right back. He went to his car and he called another police officer, and the other police officer came and he went and talked to the guy and said, "So, I need your ID." There it is. It's displayed in the window. He did the same thing. Roger Roach, appreciate you. That's a real OG who fought that snake. Hell yeah, he is. That's what I'm talking about. That's man shit. Fight a snake, that's man shit. When they talking about this a difference, it ain't no difference between man and woman, you goddamn wrong. That's man shit right there. That is some man shit. Fighting them, and this snake could have ate him. That's how big it was. The snake, if he had passed out or anything, the snake would have ate him. That's how big the snake was. But again, right here, let's get your children on some man shit. And some woman shit. This is both man and woman shit right there. Then get them the books they need to continue that education. Know your rights manual right here. Teach them everything they need to know so that they fully armed when they get to those police stops. Who was that? Monique Journey. Thank you. Thank everybody for the cash apps. And then right here, this is the goose that laid the golden egg right here. The public official bonds. You get that bond, the police officer cannot work, or if they are able to work, they can only work inside the precinct. They can't work on the street anymore. That's very big. And then you get paid whatever the bond is worth, $50,000, $75,000. You get paid that money every time they violate your constitutional rights. So right here, this is the main one. This is how you get back at police officers when they violate your rights, and then you want to sue them. But it takes 2 years. This doesn't take 2 years. This is a couple weeks. And boom, you got your money or you got your remedy. And then you still sue them and wait for that money so you get paid on both ends. That's how the law works right there. And then, we had the flashcards. Oops. This is really how you armor up the children. Armor the children. Is that Eat Six? Oh man, thank you for the cash app. So right here, boom, get your children the cards. And like I said, I have some leftover twos. I have some leftover 2 flashcards before I open up the new boxes. So right here, I will give you 1 and 2. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research, I'm going to give you the whole police stop law package. And I'm going to give you decks 1 and 2. But because they got these crack scene mandates back again, I'm going to put both mandates, both Cupcake exemption card. You get both of these. This is the liability card that lets them know that if they force you to get the Pandeezy, they're liable for every second that it remains in your bloodstream. And then also has all of the adverse effects listed from the CDC right here and on the back. And then it also comes with the Pfizer Bakery, the Pfizer report, that this is their own clinical study that proves that 1,223 people kicked the bucket in the first 4 days. So you hand them this, no matter what new lockdowns or new mandates they implement, you have the information to counteract that, and they can't refute it. This is the people who are making up the new Pandeezy. This is their study right here. And then it also comes with the notices, right? It also comes with these notices. So again, I've given you everything that I possibly can give you so that you can protect yourself, arm your children. We're moving into a new age. We're moving into a new energy. Armor them up. Excuse me. Again, let's create strong men. Let's create strong and feminine women. Because again, just because you soft and feminine doesn't mean that you're not strong. Silk is soft as shit, but one of the strongest things in the world. So again, as above, so below. Let's do that. Again, thank you for all my mods. Appreciate you guys. Everybody who hit the Cash App and excuse me, and the super chat. I appreciate y'all, man. Got to get out of here. I am hungry. I've been hungry. I ain't ate all goddamn day. I haven't eaten all damn day. So this took it out of me, y'all. This took a bit to do this because I am starving my ass off. But now, y'all already know what it is. TBT. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. Appreciate you. Deuces.